Hi, I'm Karen, and I am here to do 45 minutes of yoga with you. So we're going to do a flow today. As usual, we'll have some deep hip stretches. We'll stretch the hamstrings, the shoulders. I'm using a yoga strap, so I'm using actually a karate belt, but you can use anything, piece of rope, necktie, something like that towards the end. Just make sure, get yourself in a good frame of mind before you do yoga today. This is your yoga practice. There's a reason why they don't call it yoga perfect. So you're not trying to do things exactly like you see me or someone else doing it. Everybody looks just a little bit different in each pose. So focus on your deep breath in and out through your nose, and focus on how your muscles are feeling, and where you're feeling the tightness and where you need to inhale into and exhale to let go of. This is a Skype class that I videoed. And so when I'm facing the camera, you'll either have to do what you see me doing or what you hear me saying. So let's have a great yoga practice today. Here we go. All right, you guys, welcome to your New Year's yoga. I have my wonderful husband, Rich, with me today. And we're going to be doing a good yoga flow. So we're gonna actually start standing at the front of your mat. Bring those feet about hip width apart and walk our fingertips down. Let's hold on to those elbows and just gently rock yourself from side to side. Taking those deep breaths in and out through your nose, and just bring yourself fully present here today. Put everything else to the side. The fact that you're choosing to do yoga today is a great thing. So as you exhale, let's go ahead and place our hands on that right leg. Gently take your nose towards that knee. Just breathing in and out through your nose. And anytime you find yourself getting distracted, just bring yourself back to your breath. Reach that right arm up gently and twist. Good, let's walk ourselves over to the left. Nose towards that left knee, a couple deep breaths in and out. And exhale with that left arm reaching up as you twist. Good, let's walk those feet a little closer together. Let's glance up, lift your tailbone and lunge back one foot and then the other. You're in your upper plank position. Remember, you could be on your knees or your toes, and you don't want your hands out of alignment. You want those wrists directly below your shoulders. Let's hug the sides as we come down nice and slow. Let's gently press into up dog. Let's open the chest, lifting the head up. Let's come on back to child's pose, knees apart, big toes together. Let's sit back in child's pose. So as you're resting your forehead on the mat, allowing the middle of the chest to just sink towards the mat. Remember, you're not in competition with anybody today. This is all about what's good and best for your body and your mind. Let's go ahead and come to down dog, tuck those toes under. Let's relax the feet and lift those hips as high as we can as we allow the head and chest to just sink between your shoulders. Try to connect with your breath and feel the rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract with each and every breath. Good. On your exhale, let's take those right toes, reach them up. And let's walk our hands back a little bit. Nose towards that left knee, right toes reach. Exhale, gently swing through. Your right knee is right above the ankle, and we're going to turn that left foot flat. So your heel is down. Let's float that chest up. Shoulders down. Warrior one on the right side. So as you exhale, we're going to open it up into warrior two. So your right arm is in front. Your eyes are on the tip of your right middle finger. And as you bend your right knee deep, you want to use your right inner thigh to open up that knee. Wiggle your toes a little bit so the toes are not gripping the mat. And let's come to reverse warrior. Left hand, left thigh. Right arm up. We're going to gently take the right side of the rib cage away from the hip bone. Bend your right knee deep and breathe. On your exhale, let's come back to warrior two. Let's bring your right arm to your right thigh. Left arm up. And if you want, your right hand can come to the inside of that right foot. And your left arm stays reaching up. We're pushing our right knee and shoulder into each other as we gently rotate open, deep cleansing breaths. Good. On your exhale, both hands down. Straighten that right knee. And let's slide those feet a little farther apart. Sinking the head down and breathing. Each exhale, I'm going to sink that head down, straighten the legs the best that you can. Now, as you breathe, if you want to take your first two fingers, make a hook with your big toes. Glance up, your chest pulls forward, tailbone back, and then gently the strength of your arms brings the head a little closer to the ground. Use each exhale to try to deepen that stretch, but only taking it to your level. Now let's place those palms, fingertips facing front in front of you. Bend your elbows and sink those elbows towards the mat. Lift the tailbone. Let's take 2 more deep breaths in and out. Try to release your quadriceps. Sometimes tightening them up will hinder what those hamstrings can get out of this. So let's go ahead and walk those hands up towards your right foot. We are rewinding. Right toes facing the front and right hand back on the inside of the foot. Left arm up, let's twist open. Strength of that right thigh brings you back to warrior two. Bend your right knee deep. Good, we're going to come onto our left toes and bring both hands in front. We're going to find a spot we're staring at for balance. Abs are strong, and let's come into warrior three. So reach that left leg behind you. You decide how low you're taking the chest as you breathe. Now standing up, hands on your hips, left knee up, left toes up and hold. And let's bring those feet together. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, that right arm comes down. We're pushing the left foot into the mat. Right hand's going to grab that left wrist. Just gently pull, rest your head for half moon. Deep breath in. Exhale a little bit deeper. That left foot presses into the mat. Good, let's come to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. And look past your fingertips. Go ahead and bring them down towards the mat. Glance up, lift the tailbone. Lunge back one foot and then the other. You're in your plank with your wrists below your shoulders, abs strong. Come on down. Remember, bring your knees down when you need to. Nice up dog. Push up is optional if you want to. And down dog. Now let's take turns bending one knee and then the other. Deep breaths. And let's come to our right side plank. So your right wrist is directly under the shoulder. Left arm is up. The knee can be down for a modification, or you can take both legs straight. So left arm is nice and heavy behind you. You're lifting that left hip up. Deep breaths. As you slowly come back to plank, let's hug the sides as we come down slow, leading with the middle of the chest. Nice up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Relax your feet, lift your hips. Nice breath in and out. Good. On your exhale, let's reach our left toes to the ceiling. Walk the hands back a little bit, nose towards the right knee, left toes reach. Gently swing through. That left knee is right above the ankle. We're going to turn that right foot flat, floating the chest up for warrior one. So continuing to breathe. That left knee is right above the ankle. Hips are facing the front of the mat. On your exhale, slowly warrior two. Left arm is in front. Your feet can spread farther apart if you want to. That left knee is bent deep, using that left inner thigh. Nice and open knee. On your exhale, reverse warrior. Right hand, right thigh. Left side of the rib cage reaches away from the hip bone. Bend that left knee deep and breathe. Slowly back to warrior two. And left arm, left thigh. That right arm reaches up. And if you want to, you can slide that left hand down the inside of the foot. Let's push that left knee and shoulder into each other. Rotate yourself open as you breathe, not shrugging our shoulders. End of your exhale, let's bring those hands down. Straighten that left knee. Slide those feet a little farther apart. Sink your head down, deep cleansing breaths. If you want to, you can clasp your fingertips at your low back. Gently pull those arms straight. Let the arms kind of wrap around. But you can also keep those fingertips on the mat. On your exhale, let's release the fingertips. You can always spread your feet farther apart if you want to. Face your fingertips behind you. Walk those hands back. Bend your elbows, sink the head down and breathe. And then one more time, fingertips in front of you, facing the front now. We're going to bend those elbows, sinking them towards the mat. Deep breaths. End of your exhale, let's walk those hands towards that left foot, rewinding. Left toes facing the front, and left hand back on the inside of the foot. As you bring that arm up, let's gently twist. Strong left thigh brings you back to warrior two. Bend that left knee deep and breathe. Good, let's bring that right arm in front. Come onto your right toes. Find a spot you're staring at. Abs are engaged. Reach the right leg up. You decide how low you're going to take the chest. Warrior three. Slowly coming to standing. Hands on the hip. Right knee up. Right toes are going to lift. And then we're going to place those feet together. Nice deep breath in. And left arm down. Let's reach the right side of the rib cage away from the hip bone, pushing your right foot down. Walking those left fingertips towards your foot. Left hand gently grabs the wrist. Rest your head, half knee. Deep breath. Exhale a little bit deeper, pressing your right foot into the mat. Good, let's come to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. And like past those fingertips, come on down. Let's glance up, lift the tailbone, lunge back one foot and then the other. Wrists below the shoulders, chest leading as you come on down and hug your sides. Nice up dog, open chest, lifting the head. Push up if you choose and down dog. Automatically shift some weight out of the heel of the hand, more towards your knuckles. Let the head sink down, lift those hips up. And let's roll to our left side plank. So your left wrist is directly under the shoulder. Right arm up, that left knee on the mat is a modification. Take it or leave it. Deep breaths, you're lifting that right hip up towards the ceiling. Exhale very slowly, coming back to plank. Wrists below the shoulders, abs lifted up, hug the sides, come on down. Nice up dog. Open chest, push up if you choose, and down dog. And you can take turns, bending one knee and then the other if you'd like. Good, right toes to the ceiling. Let's walk our hands back. Bend that right knee and allow that right leg to hang to the left. Feel that nice stretch, opening up your right hip as well as down the right side of the rib cage. And then for pigeon, right knee slides between your hands. So we're going to tuck the left toes under, walk that left leg back, and as we open the chest, your right foot can come towards your left hand, but you don't want to roll to your right. Now let's walk the hands towards the middle of the mat. Rest your forehead somewhere. Take a nice deep breath into the tightness surrounding that right hip joint. Exhale, just let it dissolve. Let's glance to our right if you want to, resting on the left side of the face. Keep taking those nice breaths into those muscles that surround the outside of your right hip joint. Let the tightness dissolve with your exhale as you place your right hand at your low back. Everybody just relax your shoulders and breathe. End of the exhale, slowly untwist. Let's glance forward, take our left fingertips a little farther to help the top of that left hip bone roll towards the mat again. Forehead down, 2 more breaths. Exhale, let's walk those hands back. Open up the chest and slide that right knee back. So your right wrist is directly under the shoulder, and we're going to go ahead and extend our right leg behind us. Left arm out for spinal balancing. Make sure you're not collapsing into your right shoulder, lifting up. Right foot in the air if you want it to, bending the knee. Left hand reaches around to grab it. We're going to lift our right foot up towards the ceiling and push the top of the foot away from you. Deep breaths. Inhale, really lift. Exhale, extend out, reach long. And let's put our hand and knee down, sit our hips right. Right hand winds on top of the left. Deep breaths. Untwist. Hands and knees, give yourself a nice cat stretch. Glancing up to the ceiling. Good, let's go ahead and come to our plank. Abs lifted up, and let's hug the sides as you come down. Up dog. Nice push up if you want to, and down dog. Head sinks, the tailbone lifts as your feet relax. We're going to walk or softly jump those feet to our hands. Now let's go ahead and take our right toes up to the ceiling. We're going to take some weight out of our fingertips and we're going to roll that right hip bone open. So we're going to go ahead and rolling that right hip open. Your right arm can stay hanging down. It could reach up, but you need to find a focal point. Find a spot where you can keep your eyes, keep rolling this right hip open, deep cleansing breaths. On your exhale, fingertips down first, and then feet together. Let's go ahead and cross our forearms, hold your opposite calf, straighten the legs, and nose towards your knees as you breathe. Release, glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, open it up in the mountain. And we're gonna come to tree pose. So you wanna find a focal point where your eyes can stay. So once you've found a spot where your eyes can stay, you're gonna move your weight to your right foot. Your left foot could stay right here near the ground, or you can move it up, but just make sure your eyes stay on your focal point. As you exhale, we're going to bring those branches up. Shoulders away from the ears. Those hands can be together or apart, totally up to you. Now, try to spread between the rib cage and hip bone, lengthening the torso. Exhale, slowly bring the hands back to the heart. And now we're going to extend that left leg behind us for warrior three again. Abs are strong. Reach those left toes back. Your back is a tabletop. Gently lunge on your left toes, bending the right knee. Lean back into your crescent lunge. Tuck the pelvis under. Get your good left hip flexor stretch. Look past your fingertips and swing through. Inhale up. Exhale, left foot moves back just a little bit, leaning it back. And we're going to bring our hands down and get ready for prayer twist by walking our right foot to the right of the mat. If you need a modification, please put your left knee down, otherwise the knee's up. And your left elbow comes to the outside of the thigh, palms together with that right elbow up. And without shrugging your shoulders, you're pressing the palms tightly together. Left foot can scoot a little farther away as you breathe. And on the exhale, we can bring one hand down. Other hand down with your left knee down and the hands to the inside of the foot. Now let's scoot that right foot to the right a little bit. Sink your left quadricep down. Start to bend your elbows. Feel free to stay on the palms or come to your forearms, whatever is best for you. Chin down in your chest and breathe. Each exhale helping to dissolve some of that tightness. Trying to keep your weight evenly distributed onto right and left, either palm or forearm. Let's go ahead and come to our palms. Let's come to that right knee. And just allow those hips to kind of shake side to side a little bit. Before we come to our plank, wrists below our shoulders, abs strong, bend those elbows, come on down nice and slow. Nice up dog, open your chest. Push up if you want to, and then down dog. As you're breathing, let's lift those left toes up to the sky. Walk our hands back a little bit. And as we bring our nose towards our right knee, let that left leg hang heavy to the right. Open up that left hip. Allow the left side of the rib cage to get a nice stretch all the way down that side. And then for pigeon, let's slide that left knee between our hands. And let's tuck those right toes under, walk that leg back. Open up the chest and let that left foot walk towards your right hand if you want to, as long as you're not rolling left. And then down the middle of the mat, let's go ahead and walk those hands. Rest your forehead. Deep breath into the tightness around that left hip joint. Exhale, allow that tightness to dissolve. Let's glance to our left if you want to, resting on the right side of the face. And again, making sure you're utilizing each and every exhale to let some of that tightness go. Left hand to your low back if you want to. Really let those shoulders just flop. Wiggle your fingers a little bit. Relax the muscles in your face. Exhale completely each time as we totally or slowly untwist. And glance forward. You can take your right fingertips, walk just a little bit farther to help that right hip bone roll to the mat. Forehead down, 2 more breaths. And let's walk those hands back. Let's open up the chest. Let's slide that left knee underneath. And with the left wrist directly under the shoulder, let's extend that left leg behind us. Abs strong and your right arm reaches. Left foot comes in the air by bending the knee, and that right hand reaches around to grab it. Let's lift out of our left shoulder, take the left foot up and push the top of the foot away as you breathe. Inhale, really lift. Exhale, reach and extend. Hand and knee down. And hips left. Let's bring that left hand on top of the right. Deep breaths. Slowly untwist. Give yourself a nice cat stretch. Glancing to the ceiling. Good, and wrist below the shoulders. You're in your plank again. Abs strong, come on down slow. Nice up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Connect back to that breath in case your mind started to wander. Let the rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract, and just notice the different sensations in your muscles. And let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. And with fingertips on the ground, we're going to go ahead and extend our left leg out behind us. We're going to take some weight out of our fingertips and then start to roll that left hip open. As you're rolling that left hip open, the left arm can hang down. It can lift up, but make sure you find a focal point. Remember, you're doing what's best for your body. Rolling this left hip open. cleansing breaths. Exhale very slowly, fingertips down. And then feet together. Let's hug those thighs, hold onto your elbows, chin in your chest. Start to straighten the legs the best that you can. Release those fingers, glance up, and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, let's open it up in the mountain. Let's find a focal point for tree pose on the left side. So you're going to bring your weight to your left foot, hands to your heart, eyes on that one spot. As you're breathing, we can bring that right foot higher, but just make sure that those eyes are on your focal point. And just keep in mind at any point you want to put the foot down, that's fine. As you bring those branches up, remind yourself this is not a competition. This is your yoga practice. We're not shrugging our shoulders, and we're going to try to lengthen between rib cage and hip bone. Hands to your heart. Good, and as you're breathing, we're going to come into warrior three. Extend that right leg behind you. Abs are lifted up, the chest lowers. Back's to tabletop, doing the best that you can. Gently lunge on your right toes, your left knee is bent. Lean back as you tuck the pelvis under into that crescent lunge, looking past your fingertips, swing through. Inhale up. And that right foot goes back a little farther, really lean back. Palms come down. We're going to get ready for prayer twist. That left foot walks to the left. If you need to modify by putting the right knee down, please do. Just make sure your left knee stays right above the ankle. Right elbow outside of the thigh. Palms together, shoulders away from the ears, left elbow points up. Let's scoot that right foot a little farther away. Continue to twist just to your own ability, keeping that face calm. As you exhale, we're going to put one hand down, other hand down with that right knee down, and hands on the inside of that left foot. Let's walk that left foot a little farther left. Sink that right quadricep forward. Start to bend your elbows if you want to. Feel free to come to your forearms or stay on your palms. Again, remember, this is your yoga practice. Hang your head heavy to the ground so gravity helps you. Right, excuse me, right. Right quadricep continues to sink down. Breath is deep. Melting that tension away. Slowly coming back to your palms as you're ready. Left knee is going to come to the mat. And we're going to allow those hips to kind of shake side to side. As we come into our last plank of today, and if you're with me on Skype, our last plank of 2020. How about that? Abs lifted up. Let's hug the sides. Come on down. Up dog. Open the chest. Push up if you so choose, and down dog. Now, if you'd like, let's sink down to your forearms. Let's walk our toes just a little closer to our elbows. And then use our forearms to gently press back. Lift the tailbone and breathe. Coming to the knees. Let's bring those knees apart and big toes together. Look up to your right and rotate your wrist. Right hand palm up underneath the left, threading that needle. As you sit back on your heels, rest on the right side of the face. Left fingertips walk away. Left hand comes to your low back. Allow your shoulders just to flop. Wiggle those fingers. Deep breath. Slowly untwisting. Let's come to the other side. So now you're going to look up to your left. Rotate the wrist. And left hand palm up underneath the right. Let's rest on the left side of the face. Take your right fingertips, walk them away from you. And come the back of your right hand to your low back. Shoulders relax. Wiggle your fingers and breathe. Exhale, slowly untwist. Let's come up to the front of the mat. So make sure you've got a yoga strap, a karate belt, a necktie, piece of rope, anything like that. Keep it next to you. Let's come into one boat pose for those abdominals, and then we're going to lay on the mat. So bringing those arms up. Shoulders relaxed, abs are strong. Bring one leg if you'd like to. You can bring both legs up. Knees together if possible, lifting the toes. And slowly come on back. Hug those knees in nice and tight, shoulders down. Hands on the knees, gently draw some circles. In both directions. Straight arms between your knees, grab onto ankles or feet. Let's gently pull the knees down towards the sides of the rib cage. Elbows, press the knees out. Gently rock side to side, deep breaths. Happy baby pose. If you'd like to, you either stay here or your first two fingers, grab your big toes, push those heels away from you, allow those legs to relax out. Deep breaths. Placing the feet on the mat a little farther apart than your hips. Let's touch those heels or ankles and lift your hips up into your bridge. Pressing those hip bones up. Deep breaths in and out. Exhale, peeling that spine down one vertebra at a time. Let's grab that yoga strap and place the right foot across your, the strap across your right foot, and left leg is flat on the mat. Now we're going to take the right leg out to the right as you look to your left. Now let's gently pull so those right toes aim to the wall behind you. Make sure your left hip is rolled down to the mat. Deep cleansing breaths. You're looking in the opposite direction of your leg. Exhale, that right leg lifts up. And now we're going to move the strap towards the heel with a relaxed foot. And gently pull the leg towards you as you push that right knee away from you. Deep breaths. Slowly backing away. Move the strap towards the ball of your foot. Get a nice flex. And as you pull the leg towards you, feel free to roll the foot out or in by pulling on one side of the strap. Decide which one deepens your calf stretch. Release. Let's hold the strap with your left hand. Take it across the body as you glance to the right. Gentle pull. Feel that stretch straight down your right IT band. Deep breaths. Slowly, let's bring it up. Let's place both feet in that yoga strap and gently pull the legs towards you just till it feels good for you. And on that exhale, we're going to release and place the right leg flat on the mat. Left leg comes out to the left. You're holding the strap with your left hand. Glance to your right. Let's keep that right hip rolled down to the mat so you don't miss that part of the stretch. Exhale, gentle pull. Good. End of that exhale. Let's bring the left leg up. Move the strap towards your heel. Foot's relaxed. Gently pull the leg towards you as you're pushing your left knee gently away from you. On the exhale, let's back away. Move the strap towards the ball of your foot. Get a nice flex, and as you gently pull the leg towards you, feel free to roll that foot out or in. Nice left calf stretch. End of the exhale, let's go ahead and grab that strap with your right hand. Let's take it across the body. Let's glance to your left and gently pull. Feel that stretch straight down your left IT band. As you release, place that strap down. Let's lengthen your body from fingertips to toes. How long can you make yourself? And exhale as you close your eyes. Let's slide those arms down. Rest them somewhere near your sides, palms up. Feet flop out naturally. You've made it to your last pose, total resting pose. Let's utilize these last few minutes to not only let go of the tightness that you may feel in parts of your body, but anything negative that you just like to put to the side. So think about what you need to inhale. Maybe it's more peace, more calmness, forgiveness. And then what do you need to exhale? Think about what you need to let go of to allow the rest of your day and evening to flow smoother. What's that one thing that you don't have control over, that you've spent way too much time worrying about, that you could let go of to bring yourself more peace and calm, as well as to those around you. Let's take a deep breath in, pull all of the breath to the top of the head. As you exhale, feel that breath flow across your forehead, roll across your temples, and across the back of the head. Flowing across your eyes, nose, cheekbones. Feel the breath flow across the back of your jaw, straight down the sides and back of your neck. Feel the exhale flow across the top of your shoulders, opening up your chest. Releasing the tightness across your upper back. Feeling the breath flow down your arms, rounding your elbows, straight down your forearms, to your wrists, palms, and the top of your hand. Between your fingers and all the way to your fingertips. As you exhale, move the fingers gently. Just allow tension and stress to escape through your fingertips. As your breath flows across your rib cage, one rib at a time. Rolling from the middle of your back down to the small of your back. Across your waist and your abdominals. Nice breath in. Exhale, let your hips and glutes just relax and mold to the mat. Quadriceps and hamstrings release. Knees, shins and calves, ankles. Feel the breath round your heels and flow up the arch of your foot. Roll across the top of the foot, between your toes and all the way to your toe tips. As you exhale, just moving those toes gently. Anything negative escapes through those toe tips, leaving you with a calm and peaceful energy surrounding you. Noticing a brand new perspective on the rest of your day. Better able to see what's important and what it's time to just put to the side. Let's be nice to ourselves coming out of this position slowly. So just bend one knee, placing that foot on the mat, and allow the other knee to join it when you're ready. Let's slowly roll to one side. Your bottom arm is your pillow. Take a deep breath in and out. As you exhale, let's gently press ourselves up to a nice sitting position. Take a nice deep breath in, reaching those arms up. Exhale, let's bring your hands to your heart. Let's surrender everything in your head to your heart. Thanks so much for joining me for yoga. You guys have a wonderful day and New Year's. Namaste.